Hey YouTubers, there's been a lot of talk circulating around Trenton in the past 72 hours about who's going to take the vital cabinet positions in the next administration. For those of you that are unfamiliar with New Jersey's political landscape, there are basically four positions which implement all the policy changes from a previous administration to the next incoming administration. And those four positions are the governor's chief of staff, the state attorney general, the state education commissioner, and lastly but not least, in more recent times, the state commissioner of the Department of Environmental Protection. Now, I'm going to explain how these positions make the difference in state policy. The governor's chief of staff is the gatekeeper to the governor's office. He keeps the gate from special interest contacting the governor to different state officers contacting the governor. Now, the attorney general has the ability to change the New Jersey political landscape by deciding what cases he's going to bring and how he's going to reshape the state's constitution. The office doesn't just represent the state of New Jersey in state courts, but it represents the state in federal courts, including the U.S. Supreme Court. Now, Phil Murphy has already pledged that if he's elected governor, his attorney general is going to zealously combat President Trump's immigration laws and his travel ban, etc., etc. In more recent times, the State Department of Education has played a critical role because 60% of the state property taxes go to education. The teachers' lobby is the most powerful, but I don't think anybody would argue with the point that their clout has diminished in Trenton in the last 10 years. Under Murphy's watch, whoever he puts in there is going to have a very tough time because his administration is going to have to saddle the fence between keeping the public workers unions happy and not alienating the taxpayer base, especially if he plans a run in 2021 for re-election. Now, the last position, the commissioner of the Department of Environmental Protection. You could not pay me all the tea in China to take that job. I feel very, very bad for whoever gets stuck with that position. And here's the reason why. The environmental lobby in the state of New Jersey is small but highly, highly effective and very connected. Now, Phil Murphy owes a lot of favors to a lot of very powerful corporations. Now, you can't keep the corporations happy and still keep in place the ban on fracking, still fight the pipeline through the Pinelands, fight the Northeast pipeline. You can't do these things when you have been as big of a corporate puppet as Phil Murphy's been. Now, his commissioner of the Department of Environmental Protection is going to essentially be the Grim Reaper, the bearer of bad news for one side or the other, and will ultimately be the most hated person in New Jersey politics.